Howdy folks, and welcome back to Hilda. Today we're going to be watching Season 1, Episode 7, titled The Lost Clan. And folks, this is a show that just keeps getting better and better. The last episode, The Nightmare Spirit, was a masterclass pretty much in how to write and execute a 22-minute episode of television. Just densely packed with stuff. Everything that was in there like made sense and paid off within the episode. It was an absolutely phenomenal one. So if you missed that one, if you're seeing this one and haven't watched that one, go back and check that one out. It was phenomenal. It was my favorite episode so far. And what one of my friends told me after I told them that, they said, "Well, if you're saying that now, like get ready to say that a bunch more times then." So I'm just excited to continue. This show is great. I love all the characters. And speaking of the characters, I want to see more of the librarian. She had a design that was far too interesting for her to have just been like a one-off character, especially since she was so mysterious and knew exactly what they needed and just said like, "Here you go, here's the book you need," and then just like vanished. So I want to see more of her. Hey, like I said, her design was great. It's like when you see a new character in JoJo's and you see someone who's immediately like super fancy looking, you're like, oh, that's a stand user right there. It's gotta be. Araki put far too much effort into that character's design for them to just be like a one-off character that you're never going to see again. So, hey, maybe today, maybe not today. But either way, I'm just excited to see whatever this series has in store for me in this episode. So let's scooch over here as I take this opportunity to thank you for watching this video. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this episode, of the reaction in general, fake spoilers for Hilda, if you want to let me know. I think I pointed out last time that at the midpoint of this episode will be the midpoint of Season 1, so by the end of this, we'll be over the hump for the first season. And I'm loving this show. I'm glad y'all recommended it, and I'm glad y'all are watching it as well. If you want these uncut early, click the link in the description to my Patreon, patreon.com/HateHallman. I post these, I'm about a week ahead at this point with the viewing and the editing. So if you want to get these early and want to support the channel a little bit further, totally optional, but that option's available to you. Now, pretty short, sweet intro today overall. So let's get started with Season 1, Episode 7 of Hilda, The Lost Clan, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. I feel like we haven't had an episode that didn't start with the OP in a minute. I got debated by a couple in a row that had cold opens, and now I don't know what I'm gonna get. I think I do see the librarian in the intro here. I'm sure I have it here in editing, a still of her. She seemed a little mysterious, like her back was turned, but she was like, had her head kind of tilted to where we could see her. So I guess we will be seeing her again.
To earn the botany badge, we need to identify and collect samples of 10 local plants.
Does Vitra count?
Item 1, check the weather forecast. Hilda?
Rain.
On the west side of the city, expect those showers to continue for approximately 5 seconds, followed by clear skies through the weekend.
3, 2,
Nope,
and
that's
1.
more than 5 seconds. That was more like 7 or 8.
That woman is amazingly accurate.
You know, typically you can't trust the weather.
To the park.
Oh, I almost forgot. I made cucumber sandwiches and peppermint iced tea for your trip.
Again with the cucumber. I almost said coconut sandwiches. Cucumber sandwiches.
Yeah. Come on, we're already falling behind schedule.
Her mom's busy today.
I found crabgrass. And crabgrass.
That's one. That's still just one. That's still just one, David.
We only need one, David.
Dandelions,
2,
purple thistle.
3.
These are all just weeds. Come on. Ending these
Let's find
badges
something
isn't
cool.
just about filling out paperwork.
Did she say life isn't about paperwork? Don't let Alpha hear you say that.
Because none of those are in the city. Especially not the blue nettle. It's very rare.
That's not true.
Let's go
I've
outside.
seen one.
Really?
What? That's impossible.
A man of many interests, rocks and plants.
Probably leave it alone. It's haunted.
Oh no, he knows all about being haunted too.
Heard one. Several, really. They were talking about the weather. A rare flower.
Are you sure it just wasn't Vitra right under the soil? Hey, crazy weather we're having today, yeah?
If we find a blue nettle, we won't just earn the badge, we'll earn it with golden wings.
Ooh. Is that a thing?
All right.
Yo, you can like, in addition to your normal badges, you can like A+, S rank your badge.
Very interesting.
Oh, that would drive me nuts. I'd be trying to S rank everything.
And listen.
Oh, it is talking. Is that a crack in the wall?
Told you.
Come on.
Wait.
Hey, watch where you're stepping. You're stepping on me here.
It isn't an echo or ghosts. It's elves.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Neither of them have signed the paperwork, huh?
I don't see anything.
They look wild.
Baru. Yo, time for Monster Hunter mode. Yo, why does every show I watch end up having Monster Hunter references in it? Or at least me referencing Monster Hunter in my reactions. Ooh.
I've been hit.
David down! Oh, they got aerial cavalry. Oh, if they're a wild clan, have they not developed paperwork yet? That's how you can tell a civilization has gotten out of the Bronze Age, if they've developed paperwork, as far as elves are concerned. It's a big step in your power leveling in Civ when you're playing as elves. So can Alpha help them here at any point? Oh my gosh.
Fiddlesticks.
They're very coordinated. Poor David.
Guys.
And now we will sacrifice him. Ooh. That's gotta sting.
We need to ask for help. You may have to fill out some forms.
Sign
there.
here?
And there. And there.
Oh, I smudged it.
I can't write that small.
Unless...
Unless what? Oh!
The Lost
hello.
Clan.
There you are.
Oh,
That's what kidnapped David.
Sort of.
just him.
They were hairier.
By himself.
Unless you've discovered the lost clan of the Northern Counties. Oh, this is fantastic news. Oh, it is a thrilling tale.
I was gonna say, he's gonna think it's so fascinating.
Is it also a short tale? They have our friend.
It's about
Oh, right, yes, of course.
16
Well,
and
I
a half
don't want
minutes.
to deprive you of the drama, so I'll tell you on the way.
Okay, walk and talk, buddy.
What do we do now? Oh, I don't know. We've never taken a human prisoner before. Do you think
Get the
he
ladybug.
knows there's a bug in his hair?
Hilda.
Our tale begins in the time of the first elves.
Ooh, big time backstory.
Two elf families met at dawn on an ancient plot of land. Their purpose? To execute a real estate contract.
Okay.
Wait, is this a story about paperwork?
Oh yes, most elf legends are.
I was just about to say that exact same
Older
thing.
family wished to buy a parcel of their land. And the Braga family, well, they wished to sell it. Clauses were included. Terms were terminated. The amendment
This is so
alone
silly.
took an entire day.
In the end,
Finally, many drafts later, it was finished. Both families
least they worked it
signed
out.
in triplicate and took it to the king
in
for his
triplicate
approval.
even.
Then, disaster struck. The king realized that Braga, the sellers, had only signed twice.
No! The dastards!
You're supposed to gasp now. He exiled the Braga family on the spot, with the contract technically unfinished. The king declared the plot.
No elf's land!
It remains untouched, neither bought nor sold, to this very day.
Interesting.
The laws are much fairer now, of course.
But they are still exiled.
But unfortunately, nobody's been able to find them for generations.
And it's going to stay that way.
Oof. Well, except technically it isn't because we just found you.
I am Bartel, leader of the Braga family.
Then I have fantastic news. Your exile is over. All you need to do is sign this contract.
No.
We have
After
given up
being
our
exiled,
paperwork
our
ways.
family swore off paperwork forever. The
They have.
Braga will never sign another document.
Yo, they have abandoned the old ways. This episode's silly. I like it. It's not hitting the exact same as the last one, but in a completely different way that's just as nice.
We enter combat.
Oh. The sword is mightier than the pen. At times, it
Yet
seems.
fearsome.
Please, it's just one signature.
It's always how it starts. Just
What's
one
your
signature, huh?
interest here? You're an Aldrich, aren't you?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, I am.
Is he from that other family?
Alpha, your family tried to buy no elf's land.
You must suffer for your family's crimes. There must be combat.
How is Alpha gonna fare here?
You will not leave this land until you take on all 10 of our rabbit warriors.
Okay, that's kind of insane. Alfred taking on 10 rabbit warriors. First of all, that's not a fair fight at all. Second of all, Alfred is like straight up Weenie Hut Jr. over here. Man's probably never fought in his life. He's probably only wrote scathing letters. Dear sir, your establishment was quite unsatisfactory. Sincerely, Alpha. You know, something like that. Like, that's their version of being a Karen, is just like writing a mean letter, right? He called me unsatisfactory. The nerve of him. Right.
Including Agnes.
Ooh. She a baddie.
But I don't even know how to ride a rabbit.
Nobody takes our friend without a fight.
Oh, can he ride Twig?
Good on you, bunnies. Contracts always have loopholes. There must be another solution.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can he like hold up a contract up to a sword
A solution that makes everybody happy.
as they're going to stab through? And that counts as a
Your
signature?
offer is acceptable.
Also, if we succeed, we want the blue nettle. Just a clipping.
We only engage in verbal contracts now.
An elf contract is null and void if destroyed by the fire of a lindworm.
So we need to find a lindworm.
Worms are very rare and very paperwork averse. It's like saying when cows fly.
You mean pigs?
Pigs, yeah.
Oh, no, that happens with some regularity.
Cool. Oh, the library. She gonna magically have the correct book?
Setting up.
Lindworms, Habitats and Hideouts, Volume 27, Section 3.
Is that Dewey Decimal
I
or
love a good subject-based classification system.
Dewey Decimal, right? Isn't that what it is?
At last report, only one lair remained in all of Trollberg.
Well,
That's
where
convenient.
is it?
According to the key, the lair should be right
Under the library.
here.
Oh, that tiny pile of
let's
rocks
swim
over
it.
there.
Wait, I may have a solution.
Yo, that lung capacity though.
Would you mind? Sorry. Tiny lungs. Give it kind of a ooh-wee-wah.
Baru. Give it the old Monster Hunter.
What exactly am I looking for?
That. Oh, Twig. Oh. Ooh, hi friend. You're in the intro of the show, aren't you?
It's a water spirit.
We were hoping you could give us a ride to that island out there.
No. Aw, that's so cool. Twig's like, no thanks. Twig is like, no thanks.
It's
Aw,
okay, Twig. We'll be back soon.
poor boy. I thought the water spirit was just gonna go like back down into the water and it was just gonna splash all over Twig again and we were gonna see very wet Twig. I love that these things just like exist. You'd think people would be summoning that guy all the time, right? Well, not all the time, at dusk all the time, right?
Tell me, what do you usually do when you're a hostage? Eh?
This is actually my first time.
Oh, ours too. Ours too. Also, I'm over here. Did you know there's a bug in your hair?
Yeah, that's normal. A literal water slide. Cool. The song is chill.
All right.
We haven't seen what the
It's a
lindworm looks
garden.
like, right? You get plenty of plant samples here.
Come on.
I'm curious as to how horrifying this thing is going to look. Also, this is the second episode in a row where we have like a main kind of antagonist thing and we have a side creature that we're dealing with to deal with it. Last week we had the nightmare ghost. Hold on. I'm going to pause just to finish this point. We had the nightmare ghost as the main antagonist of the episode, but we also had the rat king that was, you know, had dealings with her as well, that we met early in the episode and then came back later. Now in this one, we have the elves that are like kind of the main antagonist here, but we're going on this side quest to go get the lindworm to kind of deal with them as well. So I like that we, in all these episodes, we're getting kind of two factions of antagonist to deal with, to varying degrees. And I think that's neat. It shows that, you know, they truly have a ton of ideas they're working with. I know this is based off of like graphic novels and comics and stuff, but at the same time, like, the stories themselves are so imaginative and vast that there's just like a plethora of things that they hopefully just never run dry of new creatures and critters to show us throughout these episodes, which is honestly one of my favorite aspects of the show, how different everything is. Like even here, this is like our third episode where we're dealing with elves of some kind, but it's completely different from episodes 1 and 2 where we were dealing with Alpha and his counties, I guess he put it. Cool stuff.
What? Whoa.
Open your eyes.
That's a lindworm.
Yes.
Oh,
What were you
he
expecting?
a big boy.
A worm.
Look.
No, it's worm, W-Y-R-M. Those are bigger.
Perfect. We don't even have to wake it up. We can just hold the contract in front of its nose and poof.
Or if we're playing Magic the Gathering, it's W-U-R-M. And they're bigger too. Does he have paperwork senses that are going to tingle?
Oh no, Elf's land.
Just kind of stick it right up in there.
Come on.
Oh, Hilda.
Why are you sneaking up on me in my sleep?
Another weird voice I wasn't expecting.
Oh, of course, another elf looking to get out of a contract. What is it this time? Short-term lease? Non-disclosure agreement?
Ooh, not the NDA. Elvish NDAs are very strict.
Who said anything about free?
Excuse me?
We're not here to mooch.
Interesting.
In fact, we're very eager to draw up an arrangement that would be acceptable to both parties.
Not more paperwork.
Could you possibly have that would be of interest to me?
Well,
Plants!
I'm sorry.
I gather you have a bit of a, excuse the joke, green thumb?
It's true.
But I also don't have thumbs. He's got like paws, right?
Crabgrass, dandelions, purple thistle. I've been trying to get my hands on some good urban flora for years now.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to muster up the energy to go back into the city. My social anxiety is just awful.
can we get that in writing?
Don't push your luck, buddy. Oh,
Sign
wow.
Here, and here,
I thought they were reverse.
and here. Very nice, thank you.
Alfred's just like, just like carrying it away. Oh, it's so dainty.
Right, we're all set.
You know, David is quite the young man. He has set the bar very high for future hostages. Now,
Oh, no.
You have failed to break the contract and have returned for combat.
No, very much the opposite.
I will die if I do combat.
That glow. Lindworm flame?
Your exile is over.
With no violence necessary. Hooray!
We were so angry about being exiled, we never thought about actually leaving this place.
Yeah, this is their
war's
home
our
now.
Home.
But what about No Elf's Land?
I don't know. Do you still want it?
We will build homes there and set them up as Airbnbs to rent out to other elves visiting the northern colonies, or counties.
Really? You'd cede your ownership rights just like that?
We have our own way of sealing deals.
Combat. Oh, a feast? Much better than combat, to be honest.
Agnes is up.
Oh, she just breaks her stick every time and needs a new one. That's awesome. Aw. Thought she was going 3 for 3. Didn't she break her stick earlier?
Toast.
To contracts.
To contracts.
I'm out of my tea. I can't take a sip for this toast. That episode flew by. That felt so short. Granted, I was interrupted partway through by my kid waking up and needing help. But other than that, like that episode, like there was no drag in that one. There was a dragon. Well, it was a worm, but not a dragon. I was trying to make a bad pun right there. Oh, that was a pretty good one too. They are now what, 3 for 3 with just pretty dang solid ones. 5, 6, and 7 have all been really good. I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of want to see Alpha try to fight or try to joust or learn to be a warrior or something. Just because I think that would be quite funny. Just the concept of tiny little elves like fighting is kind of funny. We saw in the first episode, right, them kind of trashing Hilda's house, but also we see them riding in this episode the rabbits. I forgot what they were riding. Were they riding rabbits as well in episode 1? I forget. But we see them utilizing larger creatures for combat and travel and all that kind of stuff. But no, we found the peaceful pacifist solution to get through here. Everything worked out. We have potentially a whole set of friends who David still cannot see, I believe. I'm sure Alpha will probably, he's going to be the odd one out now, with Frida now being able to see him and all the other elves as well. Like we gotta get David to sign, right? I'm sure Alpha's going to work that out with him quite soon. I'm a little disappointed. I mentioned the librarian at the start. I'll mention the librarian here. The fact that they were in the library researching something special and we didn't get a little bit of like, here's your book, or here's something. Oh, you might want to look over there. Or even when they were like, how are we ever going to find this? Or like, it's way up there. Like, the librarian showing up and being mysterious and being like, I'll get that book for you. Like conjures the book right there or something like that. I don't know, just something fun. But she's in the intro. She will show up again, I'm assuming. I'm just gonna let them wait and see what kind of adventure we get with the librarian. If we could have a whole adventure about paperwork, we're gonna have a whole adventure about the library, right? About books. What's the difference between a book and a contract, right? They're both words on paper. But hey, I enjoyed that one too. I hope you did as well. And from what I hear, the show just keeps getting better and better as it goes. And I'm enjoying it quite a bit at the still at the early onset of the show. So like I said before, just hey, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the episode, fake spoilers, all that kind of stuff. And I'll catch you next time with some more Hilda. Take it easy, everybody.